It seems like there's an unwritten rule that everyone with testicles has to follow. The only safe subjects you can talk about when in the company of other men are sports, work, and women. If a guy steps out of that box and starts talking about anything else like faith or emotions, he is automatically kicked out of the man club. And I'm thinking that this rule is probably written somewhere on a chalkboard hanging above a urinal on a bathroom wall in a sports bar in Cincinnati with the word man rules written above it. And it seems like there's a bunch of other man rules that us guys are supposed to follow. All these unwritten rules make up the man code. Here's some more that I've discovered. Never look from side to side when you're using a urinal. Look straight at the wall. That's what Johnny signs are for, to keep you looking straight ahead. When you're in the restroom, keep one urinal space open between you and the next guy. Never talk negative about another guy's mother. Never call your best friend your boyfriend. He's your buddy, for God's sakes. Make sure you know the final score of the Pistons game and who scored how many points. And the big man rule all of us guys are supposed to follow, even if we just had a 100-pound gorilla bash us in the head: suck it up. I don't know where these man rules came from. Nobody talks about them openly. I bet it would violate the man code in the code's conspiracy of silence if we did. My dad didn't sit down and teach me the man rules. Did yours? Even my buddies don't discuss them. I think maybe us guys are just born with these rules. Instinct, inscribed on our brains, kind of like how a bird knows when it's time to fly south for the winter. Survival. These man rules frustrate me. They leave me feeling empty. You can't tell me that shallow, superficial friendships are the only relationships that one guy can have with another. I'll be honest, I'm tired of the funny looks I get from my friends when I try to talk about the deeper stuff that really matters. And I wonder why I don't get called to go back to the sports bar anymore to watch the Pistons game. The man rules might teach me how to survive, but they don't teach me how to live. And I have to admit, I'm getting angry. It seems like we're all guys with a story to share with each other, but the man code stops us. It divides us. It disconnects us from ourselves and from each other. It disconnects us from the real story of who we are behind the masks we're forced to wear by the man code. It seems like we should be able to walk shoulder to shoulder and help each other grow, don't you think? Like foxhole buddies, back to back, helping each other guard our lives. Are you angry yet? I'm hoping together that we can take that anger and maybe channel it into beginning a conversation about how we break the man code. And I'm hoping that as we wrestle out loud with the questions about what it means to be a man in today's world, we'll live into the answers. Beginning that conversation, I believe, is a stepping stone on the path for each one of us to deeper wholeness. And I'm learning it's not a destination. It's more like a lifelong conversation with ourselves and with each other. So what do you think? Let's get the conversation started, and I'll say it. I'm vulnerable. I don't have it all figured out, but I'm learning that when I connect with other guys at that deeper level, you connect with my story and I connect with your story, and together we gain wisdom and insight about how to ride this great adventure called life. I think it'd be awesome if we could all, as men, join in that conversation. It might shake us up in a good way, maybe change the world we're going to hand off to the next generation. And maybe after we've taken down that chalkboard at that sports bar in Cincinnati, we can sit around, drink a beer, and share our story about how we had the balls to break the man code.